Monday is not a fun day, and Tuesday another blues day. Wednesday's getting better, Thursday doesn't matter, and Friday is the last day. And then it's W-E-E-K-E-N-D, it's weekend. W-E-E-K-E-N-D, it's weekend. W-E-E-K-E-N-D, it's weekend. W-E-E-K-E-N-D, it's weekend.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. We just finished a lovely minute and want to make a mad shout out to Rowley. Thank you so much. But now we are back here with beautiful people because I'm not alone here in the studios of RCE 106.9 FM and the Club with Lucas here on English Radio BCN. Because the brains and the gods and goddesses of, Comedy Clubhouse BCN and their newest venue, the Clubhouse Laietana, plus a mad shout out to Nikki's Kitchen. And Nikki, wherever you are, I hope you are having a great time, and thank you for the shout out today as well this morning. Folks, thank you for being here. Everybody's a little hungover except not me. Nobody else is going to clap except me. But we have none other than Lady Hannah Becker, Sir James Regal, and Sir John Ailes, who is making shit happen today, right?
Yeah.
Everybody smile. Act like a big fucking happy family. We have so much to do. We're going to pour up a little bit of kava, so everybody pass me your glasses, children. Pass me your glasses. Queens first.
Oh, wait.
You don't have enough?
I need an
Worry,
extra
honey.
cup.
We got it, right?
Yeah.
Scale the water back.
This is how we do, y'all. Now,
Hydrating.
can we tell us what was happening last night at the club as I pour away? At the clubhouse, excuse me.
Yeah, it was a crazy night. We had 3 shows at the original Clubhouse. I think they all almost sold out. One of the middle one wasn't quite sold out, but it was close. And then amongst all of that, we had Mike Rice, who's my favorite comedian that I know in real life. That he knows.
Why?
I know him from way back, and he knows my name, and I know his name, and he's very funny. So
yeah.
we had him do a show to. It was sold out already, but then we sold about another 8 tickets on the door, I think.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So it was just I was running back and forth between both venues and pure adrenaline the whole time. But
the first venue is not too far away. It's in can be no.
Yeah, technically it's 2 minutes driving, but it's 1 minute walking, 1 minute 1 minute cycling. It's a few. We haven't measured by hopscotch yet, but that's on the cards.
Okay, so walk through there. But the other one is actually located on Via Laietana number 6, right? I'm going to say 8. Number 6, as well as Nikki's Kitchen. And we're going to make a mad shout out because I don't know if you can see it, but you're going to see us indulging in just a moment. There is a huge slab of, and I'm going to hold it up so that people can see.
Yeah. Show.
Of just one of the dishes of many that are being served now at Nikki's Kitchen, home cooking. Now, folks, this is I believe it might be a 5-cheese baked mac and cheese. Now, this was created for this special moment today. Now, hopefully in September, we're going to have Nikki here and we'll do more of a smorgasbord of food. But if you see us diving into kava and food, which we're apparently not supposed to be doing, but who cares? We're the niche audience. We're going to be doing this. So, folks, this is a 5-cheese baked or 4-cheese baked mac and cheese. Now,
So good.
I'm someone who doesn't eat beef and pork like all these pork and beef's bibbers. And there is, and I just made make a mad shout out before we jump into some music and then back into the interviews. At Nikki's Kitchen, at Via Laietana number 8.
6.
6, goddamn. Number 6, next to 8. You can find vegan, gluten-free corn dogs. Okay? Now, someone like me hasn't been able to eat a corn dog since Corn Dog 7 in the 1990s. Do you remember Corn Dog 7?
No.
Okay, never mind. It's a mall thing.
too
Malls
young.
don't exist anymore. And it is incredible with a chipotle sauce that goes with it. So, folks, obviously you can catch the menu as well. The menu is also online on Instagram. Really quickly, so we can pitter-patter get at her, we have a little bit of news I want to throw out after this first song, but because I love this very ugly man next to me, I absolutely love one of the bands that he played in some story he did a month ago, because when I first saw Roy Scott when I was in university, and this was their first single from when we were kids. You were a tiny child. And this is called Porlino. Remember, folks, you can catch the jams live on rce.cat and 106.9 FM. We'll be right back with the kids from Comedy Clubhouse and John's hangover.
I'm good. I feel good.
Dive in. We'll be right
Porlino, where you'll be, I'll go. Where you'll be, I'll know. Where you'll be, I'll find you. Porlino, where you'll be, I'll go.
Oh, yeah. Poor Leno. Why did that name? It was a comic. Jay Leno.
Jay Leno, yeah.
So he got burned or some shit. Anyway, speaking of getting burned, MAGA. Let's talk about MAGA. Because the only news we're going to talk about today right now, which we ignored in the first hour, is about Jeffrey Epstein. So let's jump on this. Because the Wall Street Journal, which is owned by Rupert... Thank God you're not from Australia. It's owned by Rupert Murdoch, that piece of shit who will not die, because you know what they say. Even amongst legal risk, they went ahead and published apparently what is a credible source, a legally protected source of a letter that was penned between Jeffrey Epstein, or it was actually penned by Trump to Jeffrey Epstein on evidence of his 50th birthday. Now, excuse me, that has nothing to do with mac and cheese and 5 cheeses in it. But, it's actually more to do with kava. But, what happened was, these are all this is part of a compendium, a leather-bound compendium of friends who did this and sent it to Ghislaine Maxwell. And it came out during Ghislaine Maxwell, I believe is the proper way to say it. Ghislaine Maxwell's case, which of course was headed by a woman, Shiza, I believe her name is Margaret Comey. Now, Margaret Comey was the daughter of James Comey. If anyone's does that name sound familiar? It should, because he was the FBI director that was fired within a matter of weeks of Trump taking over. So his daughter, for over 12 years, has been the one who not only was doing the prosecution for Epstein when he killed himself. Do you believe he killed himself? I'm just off the ball. Do you believe Jeffrey Epstein killed himself?
Yeah, whatever the government says, you know.
Well, what?
Whatever the government says, just give me the slop. I'm into it.
Okay. He'll take the slot. He's drinking from the Kool-Aid. Mr. Regal, what do you think? Do you think that brother killed himself?
Do you know what
That
this
bastard?
is like? I like watching everyone's theories on this, but I think I've come to realize I don't really care.
No, I know. Of course. Well, you should,
but-
because a lot of girls were hurt, but...
Yeah, no, I care about what he allegedly has done. Well, he probably most likely did do it. He was in prison for it. What he did. But, like, yeah, the whole, like, did he kill himself? Did he not kill himself? Like, he's dead now. That's probably a net positive.
But do you think he killed himself? I mean, he's dead.
He definitely, obviously, clearly didn't kill himself. It was, we had a magical moment where the cameras went off and the guards all took a break, and then he killed himself.
So is this what they're saying? They're saying that, like, the missing footage is the moment in which he died, and it miraculously has not been caught on camera. Is that been proven?
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
There's allegations or
Imagine
implications of that.
Bad luck it must be for the people that fucked up the camera footage if he did kill himself. Right?
because
Imagine how they're sitting there going, oh my God.
Okay, so Snopes and some other one did an entire... they divide. What did they do when they investigated this clip? Okay, and there's a word for it: forensic investigation on this clip. Now, it's not just 1 minute that's missing; it's 3 minutes and 53 seconds that are missing from this. So that can imply, because the only people that went down for it, of course, were the two black jailers who fell asleep in this maximum security prison in Brooklyn. I question if he's dead, but that's just me. Yeah.
Oh, we're going, like, deep.
Oh,
wow.
there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go there.
All right, well, here's my theory then. So Epstein, rich guy, a lot of contacts, right? So let's assume maybe there was no client list. Maybe like
I don't believe there was.
But you know, he's banged to rights. He's going to be in prison for the rest of his life. He's going to kill himself, but he wants to take down everyone else with him. So he's paid someone off to delete the footage of him killing himself, knowing that everyone would then accuse the governments of covering it up, therefore bringing it to the fore. So I think
Well said.
Epstein is behind the missing video footage
Wow,
himself.
the conspiracy of the conspiracy.
Exactly.
It's his ghost.
That's what I'd do if I was him.
I was thinking, if you're presumably a smart guy like him, then you have to have some kind of a contingency. Like, if the list exists, you have to have a way where it's like, oh, in the case of my accidental suicide, in the case that I kill myself, like, release this. You have lawyers, or you have, like, different systems, or whatever it is, right?
The woman who brought this down was a woman named Virginia Giuffre. And she did do this. And she said, I'm not suicidal. If I wind up that I killed myself, this is not true. She's been in Australia. She's been living in Australia. She killed herself 3 weeks ago. And just weeks before that, she had sent this out. Now, Virginia Giuffre was found as a towel girl in Mar-a-Lago by Ghislaine Maxwell, and at the age of 16 was then scuttled off to start this drama. She is now dead, and she was the one that brought it all out. Now, what many people don't seem to realize is that the person that gave Jeffrey Epstein his first job was the father of the Attorney General of the United States who brought him down. William Barr was the Attorney General under Donald fucking Trump the second time that Epstein was taken down. His daddy, Donald Barr, was the man who gave him his first job at the Dawson School, which is the Eton of New York, of our country. And Jeffrey Epstein never went to university. He might have worn Harvard sweatshirts all the time, but the motherfucker never went to university, never graduated, and nobody in Dalton can work there unless they've graduated. Now, not even 2 years later, a year and a half later, both Donald Barr and Jeffrey Epstein were let go for sexual proclivities. And this was in 1975, okay? So this is going on and on and on. Yes.
Hey, this mac and cheese is tasty as hell.
All right. Now, as of last night, and it's laced, and as of last night, Donald Trump is suing Rupert Murdoch for $10 billion. Okay? $10 billion for the libel, because apparently this is not true. Does anybody need a top up? Because the answers are at the bottom of the bottle. And here's my question. Because this week, the United States Congress voted not once, not twice, 3 times, twice in the Congress, once in the Senate, to release the files. Release them. Guess who voted 100% against it except one person, so 99%? The Republicans. So Donald Trump's party voted against releasing all the Epstein files and having Pamela Bondi and Kash Patel come and, answer questions. All the Democrats, of course, voted for that. So what Trump is saying is that this was a hoax that was invented by Obama, Biden, and Clinton against him.
Yeah, this is wild. And it's he was shouting about how he's going to release the file, he's going to do this, and then it seems like he's probably a pedophile, right? That's
Trump?
That feels Trump.
Yeah, are we surprised?
I'm not that surprised. I thought all politicians were pedophiles for a while now. It's just like
the QAnon people got to you. I say it, girl.
But no, this is not a controversial opinion now, right? I mean,
I think QAnon is insanity. It's insanity. Yeah. Do you honestly think Tom Hanks and Julia Roberts are barbecuing kids and for Satan and eating? Because that's what they say.
I don't know, because they literally just covered up the list that they said they were going to release because their name was on it.
Apparently, there never was a list.
Right.
There's a black book, which, by the way, I have in this computer. Thank you, Nicholas, whoever the hell you did that released it. You want to look at it? Let's look at it. And there are 12 different numbers for Donald Trump in it, by the way. 12 or 14.
Yeah, they were like best friends.
Exactly. From 1987 to 2005. So for many, many years. So do you believe that there is a unrelenting cabal of pedophiles that run the world?
I don't think that was on the list of questions you sent us before.
It was not on the list of questions that I sent before.
I think everything's on the table, right? Now that fucking they're covering up the list, they're like, no, we're not going to release it. No matter what. And they said they were going to release it, and they're not releasing it. I'm like, yeah, fucking let's talk about Tom Hanks. I don't know.
The director of the FBI, Kash Patel, when he was on a podcast, said, "Put on your big boy britches and release the files." Now he is the head of the FBI, and then the things are being released.
Second you get promoted.
And Don Bongino, or this, I don't know what the hell he is. He's Italian apparently, but he doesn't look Italian. And what does that mean? Oh, that was prejudice. I'm sorry, Italians. And they're gonna cancel me. No, my family's Italian. Non posso annullare. There is an element where apparently what they're saying is that the House Speaker, Magic Mike, I'm a homosexual Johnson, obviously, has publicly urged for full transparency in the Epstein files, including documents. So they're going to have another vote for this at some point, whether in the Congress or in the Senate. If they release the files, however, it's only going to be pertinent information that Pamela Bondi and Donald Trump find pertinent for release. So they do say that there is no such client list, and it's all part of a black book. And, of course, this is just a witch hunt and a hoax. Can it be both?
we live in a world where there is no more objective truth because of the way political discourse has gone. So I believe
The
that
social media
there
infected
can be a list and there cannot be a list at the same time. Because who knows anymore? Like you said, one of his campaign things was we're going to release the files. Now he's saying there were no files and we never wanted them. And there's a fair amount of people like, oh yeah, no, he's completely right. And it's like, no. My favorite thing about this is watching all the more sort of right-wing leaning podcasters losing their minds over this. As if like, I can't believe he lied to us. Oh, really? Shocking.
What do you think it is this with this cognitive dissonance of these people?
Well, most Trump voters are stupid, so I think it's of course they're like, what's happening? What? We've been tricked.
Even though the pictures and videos are there forever.
You've been manipulated this whole time. Like he's a grifter. Like I don't know. It's like, what do we fucking expect?
But we're one election cycle away from AI video being so good that you're not going to be able to know who said anything genuinely because it could have been manipulated.
Seriously.
So this could be the last chance we get to like really catch them pedos. I don't know.
Lady H, do you have family that are a little Trumpy?
No.
I do, and they're all Latino,
No.
and it's a mind melt and a mind f, because it's insanity. And at one point, I remember my father telling some of his nephews, "Mijo, no matter what, you will always be Mexicano." It's like voting this way does not necessarily make for example, here in Spain, in Barcelona, we have a beautiful region called Carmel. It's named after a mountain in Palestine, and there is an organization there called Hispano-Ibericos por Vox, and they have seasonal rallies where the mozos come and protect them, and all these Latinos who vote for Vox come out, and their condition about that is that, well, our Vox leader is black. So without, the understanding that maybe people are just being trotted out for shits and giggles because they're a token. John, did you want to say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Very much nothing.
Okay. Let's play a song and we're going to get back to the Comedy Clubhouse because I want to know why and how the second venue came up. Because honestly, until Hannah was here doing a thank you for being here with a podcast, I didn't know that there was a second venue coming out. So it made me all types of wet. Now, we're going to slow it down. We were doing a little bit of an R&B and electronica thing. There is some groups here. And one of the groups we're going to play later on in the music section, the singer looks like this man. And we're going to have to look it up. It's
Handsome person.
Very. And stop it. And the song we're going to play right now is by, there's kind of a 70s revival in music that's coming out in some kind of underground pop stuff. This is Joel Saracula and Sean Lee doing a version called I'll Get By Without You. We'll be back in about 3 to 4 minutes, kids, with the boys and girl from Comedy Clubhouse BCN.
Here we are in a lonely place, nothing much left to say.
When did the Comedy Clubhouse begin? Because it's been a hot minute tucked away there.
Yeah, I think it's 2021 technically. So just in the wake of COVID, we rented a tiny little place, Pub Limerick, because it closed down for COVID. So we got a 6-month contract there. So yeah, I mean that's where I think I probably met James, and we were all hanging out together, and it was a cool time. It was wild. I mean, we had to close at 5 p.m. in the evening. We had to...
Oh, because of all of the rules.
Yeah, there was...
We were doing 2 p.m. shows.
So it was a really silly... It's a really silly thing that we did. But people were so hungry for seeing other people and for just doing something social and for comedians, I think, more than anything. We're just like... Oh, can we get on stage? Well, yeah, there's no people, there's no nothing, but... People came from Paris. People came from... Mike Rice came from Ireland to perform.
So
Back
in the day.
Yeah,
Back
yeah.
in the day.
Okay. Okay. Do you think... I mean, could we also maybe give thanks to the pandemic that it gave us the ability to have this burgeoning moment?
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
jump in when the getting's good.
Saying thanks to the pandemic is intense, but it did have it was a big turning point for our comedy scene. I think because we were Barcelona was the only city in all of the European comedy scenes where we had theaters open pretty soon. And so we were putting on shows and no one else in Europe was doing shows. Everyone else was still doing their Zoom nightmare gigs. And we were like, well, we can do a semi nightmare gig in a theater where everyone's wearing their masks and we can only fill it halfway. And
Do you remember the little covers we had to put on
Yeah.
the microphones and
Whoa,
then spray the
little
mic?
mic condoms. Yeah.
Spray the
Way to
mics.
do it. In fact,
Yeah.
they just changed. They would keep changing these over because of that. What have we survived?
Yeah.
In an emotional, mental, spiritual sense. But when we go back to this place, the new venue, how did it come about? It is an incredible new venue. I want again, Via Laietana number 6. 6. As well, and it's fronted actually. When you come in there, you will see Nikki's kitchen there, and you can have the deliciousness that we've been engorging upon that you could not see us, but we have engorged upon it all. I will show you the shell at the end.
was
Generally.
gone by the end of song 1.
Yeah. So good.
And again, you can catch all of that at Nikki's Kitchen. That it's Nikki with KKI''S, by the way, and you can follow that as well at on Instagram. But how did this come about? Because it's such a beautiful fucking venue, and I don't know how you did it, but from when I saw the venue to 6 days later, wow. Okay. And the premiere.
Good job, James.
Yeah, I did all of it.
Congratulations, James.
I was there. Wiring everything and cleaning everything.
It's the covenant of the Jews. And there's an element where...
Famously good at DIY.
Yeah, exactly. Of course.
Yeah, Jesus was a carpenter, right?
Yeah, he was the last one. That's
And
why
hey,
he was
Christians,
crucified.
Hey, Christians, especially you Judeo-evangelical Christians, you're always praying to a Jew, by the way. So there's an element there, though, where putting up something like someone who comes from I have mounted restaurants, so I understand mounting all of that is no joke. And so was it it takes a village moment, or...
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I made the call to do it, and then I had no idea how it was going to happen, at all. And then there's a bunch of people that are part of our community. I mean, Gifty is the number one person that he was like, oh, I can do this, and every day I'm like, oh, he can also do that, and he can also do that, and
Who's Gifty?
Gifty does he does a lot of camera work for us, and he does some editing, and I mean, he's sort of always been working with us a little bit, but now he's working with us a lot, and I'm so glad because he can do so many of the things that I just wouldn't have even.
Is he from here?
Thought.
So he's an all-purpose handyman.
He's
a British guy.
he's from England,
Yeah.
but him, Simon from Simon Builds. Who else? Tommy made some chairs. So there's so many, and then Vem works with us all the time, and she's she's a handy person. She does a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I feel like I launched us off of a cliff, and then as we were falling, a bunch of people that I know came and built parachutes. And that's is that a good metaphor?
Great metaphor. But I feel like it's what I always say about like the clubhouse mentality has always just been like, we're gonna figure it out. I don't know. Just do it. Just make the choice. Just do the thing, and then like, yeah, people will come and people will help. And
Do you think that's an expat immigrant thing though?
I think there's part of it. I mean, I think there's part of that, like, yeah, whatever. Like, I mean, I just like moved here and didn't have a plan really and just figured it out. And so it's like, of course, that's like what we're all doing we're all just like, I don't know, like, seems like fun. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then we're lucky to have, like you said, like so many cool people in the community that are so talented and willing to like give their time and be part of this like weird little thing that we're doing.
Exactly.
You know, for various amounts of financial compensation.
But yeah, it varies wildly. Often it's not good. I would say we they're on the not good side of things.
You know,
we try.
Yesterday, I went to go pick up this amazing goodness that we just gorged upon, and I actually saw John having to manage a situation that involved a certain payment and things. And I, as someone who's managed stuff, I did have an ear in here and an ear at the kitchen. And muy bien hecho.
Yeah?
Tenía que decir.
I don't even know
De
what
verdad.
I did.
No, really.
Good for me.
Okay, yeah, good. Exactly. But I think there's a way I feel, and I'm not putting anybody down here. I just think there's more of a specific type of drive. There's a word or phrase for my international audience where they say here, espabilarse. And I always joke to my universitarians and business folk, oh, we don't have that phrase, and it just exists in us. You know, you've got the drive or put the fire under your ass or shit, but we don't need. It's just kind of there. James, what brought you in the first place to wanting to do any of this with these incredible, crazy people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess I was performing as a comedian, but I've always been no, not at that time. I kind of dropped the DJing thing a little while ago. But I'm someone who's always enjoyed like running events and producing things, even from like school and university days. I did a lot of that. So it kind of felt natural to me to start doing my own shows. I think I first started, I was doing some shows in Ibiza and around the same period. We were performing outside at Pike's Hotel. I was flying comedians over there because it was like one of the only places you could travel at the time.
Wow, yeah.
And then I don't really know how it happened. I guess then I started doing Roast Battle at the Clubhouse and then Laietana at the Clubhouse. So I was working closer with John, and I guess like I put a lot of hard work and thought into my shows. I really enjoy that side of things. And when the opportunity came along to be more involved in the Clubhouse and like the day-to-day running of it, I felt like that was a really great step that I really wanted to take, and through to now eventually being like an actual shareholder in the place. You know, exactly. I have a real genuine vested interest beyond just wanting it to be good because we want to have a good club.
That's right.
So it was just a kind of a progression really, like over a number of years. And yeah, I love working with these people. And we're business partners, but we're friends. So it's like an interesting dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Well, speaking of, there's a song title that's coming up, but everything's synchronicity. So when it's not easy to always work with people, and I'm sure sometimes there's like moments, but when you can flow in that way and have all of these different people from international, places coming, do you think that there's kind of a symbiotic energy that's going on with the crowd that comes, with the energy that you're giving out every night, and two different places now with soul food on the background as well, and lots of delicious drinks. By the way, the margaritas at thebomb.com, and they're €5. You can actually take these motherfuckers to go, so you should know. Again, Via Laietana number 6. How would you answer that about the symbiotic energy? You feel it when you walk in. You do.
Yeah, I feel like I just feel like I'm really lucky to be sort of at the center of something that's happened naturally, and the customers that come, they get what we're trying to do, and they see what it is, and they love it, and they, we try and respect the neighbors outside, for example. So we're trying to keep noise down outside, and often it's not even us that have to tell other customers to keep quiet. It's other customers telling other customers, like, hey, you gotta like respect the space, respect the neighbors, and it's like you don't get that. Yeah. It's not like that's not a business. You can't. Yeah, we're just lucky to have that, you know.
Yeah, we the whole thing grew out of a small, close knit community, which has just been growing and growing in terms of the overall comedy scene here. Yeah. And then that really lives on in the venue. Like it feels like a community, whether you've been there, the first time there, or you've been a regular. You know, I love watching people come to shows on their own and just end up like very easily chatting to other people, and that's the environment we want to create in both venues. Like the new venue is maybe like a little bit more premium in terms of the experience, but we still want the heart of it to be, this is a community, because we're here to laugh. We want people to have a good time. If they're smiling on the way in, they'll be smiling and laughing at the comedians in the room.
And on the way out.
And on the way out, hopefully.
So, in a way, and that's what I'm going to show you, #blessed. Not lucky, blessed. Because when you leave out, you're leaving with joy. And that's what we fucking need up in these days. Not just happiness, because happiness is fleeting. We need a lot of joy that's coming out. And one of the things I want to make a testament to what James just said, because I was invited, shout out to all of you, to come to the grand opening the other day with Michelle Wolf. And when I got there, I mean, and I've been doing this for a hot minute here, for over 5 years now, and I always have to go to events alone. And it sucks. And I got there, and Sir Victor Orcasitas and his wife were there. And she just immediately, and it was just family. And so there is an element of what you just said, you come in there alone, but you gravitate. And by the end of the night, I was meeting all these other friends that I hadn't seen in a hot minute since some charity shit that we've done. When we get bigger names, like we get Tim Meadows over now, we have Michelle Wolf who's involved with this. We have so many other people and names that come in. What is that like to finally be having the credo to have some top names like Lady H?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's just like proving that what we're doing is working and that it's good and right. Like I think, like you said, like we started this when I started doing stand up here. It was like just a bunch of people that lived here, like trying to do open mics, and now we have like big names coming through, being like, "What a cool club! This is so cool! This is amazing." And I think what people respond to isn't just the fact that like we're doing a good job and we're like putting on good shows and we make it look nice, but it's like the vibe of it is like everyone likes each other, everyone's friendly, like all the comedians are nice, and I don't know, like we have like there's something special. I don't know, there's something special going on here.
And comedians just want a comedy as well, right? Comedian, like if you're really serious, like someone like Mark Normand, he's wherever, he's like, yeah, I'll jump on for a set, I'll do this or whatever. It's quite a fun. We have this, but it's quite a fun moment when we find out that someone's coming, and we're like, okay, Trevor Noah's coming tonight, or Mark Norman's coming tonight, or
and we like can't
whoever
tell
it is,
anyone.
and we can't tell anyone, right? So we
can,
go
like,
and
we'll like say to our friends, like, you might want to like stop by tonight, like maybe get a ticket for tonight.
yeah, I know I'm always promoting the
include
clubhouse,
me in that from now on, please.
But seriously, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Tonight, you should very much come down.
Yeah.
And that's something we've learned, actually, because sometimes, you'll hear someone is coming and you think that's going to happen, and then it doesn't happen. And in the early days with Michelle Wolf, it would happen at Limerick. We would be like, everyone, Michelle Wolf is coming. And then
she'd be like, oh, sorry, I can't.
She was like, oh, what? And we'd be like, oh,
sorry,
glad we sold out, but also sorry. It's just us. It's just me tonight. So that's been something we've learned over time, but it becomes this real like I want to say Chinese whisper type thing, but whisper chain.
A careless whisper.
And it's fun. It's fun seeing that excitement build up and seeing people like message us and go, "Is this real?" And we're like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or when like after the fact, people being like, I can't believe like Trevor Noah was there. What? Like, and it's like, sorry, the show was already sold out.
Yeah,
like,
fucking
didn't know.
read our WhatsApp messages and read between the lines, and we can't always tell you, but we'll do our best to like wink at you.
Do you have an email like list that people can join to get some of this stuff? Could we put that out right now?
We have an email list. We also have a WhatsApp group.
And all of that is at comedyclubhousebcn.com, correct?
The comedyclubhouse.es.
Yeah.
The comedyclubhouse.es.
And you can sign up for both of those things on the website, right?
You can, if you want to. I mean,
and there's links on Instagram as well, folks.
Yeah, Instagram's the best way. In fact, I think the WhatsApp regulars group is the best way to find out, like, if Mark Norman's coming, if something like that's coming, because we'll drop hints there, right? Whereas the email, I mean, I tell people about like kind of the new stuff that we have happening, but I'm not gonna like last minute be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
Trevor Noah's here," you know.
On
But the email is good for
please.
discount codes, okay? Because that's usually
Okay,
where we send
thank
out
you,
discount codes. So
Yeah.
if you're ever like, maybe I want to get a 2-for-1, be in the email list because that's where
Okay,
you're going
so
to
let's
those
get you on the
deals.
email list, folks, and that email list would be. Okay, we're gonna put that. Okay,
Yeah,
on the
we'll
show
put
notes when we do the edits of the
link.
YouTube and on Meta and all
It's
this.
a QR code.
Yeah.
We're gonna have that for you,
It's
folks. Okay.
boop, 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 boop.
Is that how you read QR codes?
It's a dashes of zeros and ones. Now, okay, let's get your mojo rising, everybody. This is actually James's cousin is part of a group called Young Gun Silver Fox. And he's just a young fox. But I'm gonna always embarrass you because I think you're handsome. And
Not embarrassing. It's just facts.
it's fucking right. It's fucking right. And this is called Mojo Rising. And in 3.5 minutes, we're going to be right back with a little more information for you guys from the kids and the queen and king. Yeah, kings and queen of Comedy Clubhouse BCN. We'll be right back, folks. This is Young Gun Silver Fox.
And it seems like gravity's really got its hold on me. I've been walking around.
All right, folks, that was okay. Let's talk about some food because John is a chef, and we just found out right now over the song. That was Young Gun Silver Fox, by the way. Hold on, Daddy needs his cavazos, needs his cava. So there's an
well known for delicacies such as the Lidl bread that you put in the oven.
Yeah, I did some pretty sick stuff with food. I did
Frozen
some
pizza.
revolutionary stuff with
Can we
food.
please talk about some absolutely fat, pretty hot and tempting food that is now,
Yeah.
again, Nikki's Kitchen, which is in the front, graces the front of the new Comedy Clubhouse venue at Via Laietana number 6. And you can get so much delicious North American comfort food, soul food, and some of it is actually gluten-free and vegan as well. And it is thebomb.com, and I cannot stop talking about it because it's hard. As someone who was born in Texas and raised in Brooklyn, that is all soul food and home cooking all the motherfucking time. And so to find this restaurant to me is also something. I ran a soul food restaurant in Austin during uni. So this kind of stuff, how did it happen?
Well, again, it's like we launched ourselves off of a cliff, and then Nikki came along and was like, "I do food," and it's crazy because I was, in my head, I was like, "We have a restaurant license, so we have to do some kind of food." So I bought I bought a big air fryer, and in my head I was like, "We're gonna do bravas, we're gonna do like onion rings, we're gonna do little bread, we're gonna like." I sort of had a plan,
Little
and I knew that this was stupid, but I was just going like, "How hard can it be to run a restaurant?" And then I'm looking at the stats, and it's like, "Oh, all restaurants fail all the time, pretty much no matter what." Okay,
Because it's that
It's
positive
difficult.
attitude of like, how hard can it be? And then you're like, oh, pretty hard. But then
Pretty
someone
hard.
came along who's like, yeah, it's hard, but I know how to do it, and I've done it,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
make really good food. And it's like, well,
So initially I said to her, I was
Amen.
like, because we knew each other. She had sponsored some shows at the clubhouse and that kind of thing. So I said to her, look, can I just like pay you to come so that I can ask you a bunch of questions about like what we need, what does it mean to like run a restaurant and stuff like that. And I met with her and I was like, oh, it's a lot. it's way too many things. So it was just one of those like. Another kind of magical moment, I would say, where she was like looking for a place to cook food,
Yep.
and we have an audience, and everyone. I mean, we did a test. I did like a rugby fundraiser, and I was like, "Well, why don't you cater this, and we'll see what people think." And everyone, like, probably 20 people that night, were like, "Is this Nikki's? Are you working with Nikki's? Is it? I love Nikki's, And it was this kind of, this was the energy. So it was like, well, I'm not an idiot, and like this, we'll do this.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's like, yeah, it's our audience. I mean, right? Like we're like the giddy people, so it's like we
Yeah.
have to have good giddy food, and that's like what Nikki does. Is like, if you want good giddy food, like if people are like, oh, North Americans have no food culture.
Thank you for
this,
saying that.
eat this.
Thank you for saying
So
that.
good.
Yeah,
Because I'm sick of hearing that. And they say that shit about our British brothers and sisters too. And it is not fucking true.
Yeah.
You just have to know where to go and where you want to eat and whatnot. But it is not true. We have such a culture. In fact, I would just like to remind all of you Spanish folk, I love you kittens, love ya. But my people gave you your food. Potatoes and tomatoes and all your fruit and shit came from the Americas, bitches. So please remember that.
And
Love
season
ya.
it, please.
Child, come on now.
Put some spice on there.
Yes, please. 5% of my blood is Tabasco. So if we think about it, shout out to Nikki's as well, because, and remember, folks, you can also get the menu of the Nikki's Kitchen. It's there on their Instagram as well. Now, when is Nikki's open? So we can have that, because it's more of a weekender thing, correct? At the
Well,
moment.
yeah. Basically, in the new venue right now, we're open Thursday to Sunday, and there's food that whole time. So 6:30 until late. We're going to expand. Hopefully, I want to be open on Wednesdays before long.
Yes, Lord.
And I really think with Nikki's, I really think it could be a great like late night food option, especially in that part of
It
town.
will be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
there's like no, I mean, that's one of the biggest,
It's
one of
al
my biggest
final.
issues with Barcelona has always been that there's no late night food. Like
Yeah.
after midnight, you're like maybe getting a couple kebab places that are open, but not even always. And then it's like after 1 or 2, you're screwed. And it's
That
like,
one McAuto, that's
and
open
it's like
till 1.
this is a city where people are out, they're partying. Like,
It's
give us
wild,
a fucking
actually.
sandwich. Like, well, come on.
And we're right by the port.
Yeah,
Your location is right by the port. Where that's a hubbub
totally.
right there. So how late?
The
what are
Grubhub.
Amen. I actually put that in one to make sure. Now, what are the hours Thursday through Sunday?
So
Of
starting
the,
at
of the venue and Nikki's.
So yeah, both is like from 6:30 in the evening until late,
Question mark.
until midnight. But I mean, honestly, if there's no one there, we'll probably close early. But
But if there are people there, does the kitchen stay open a little bit later?
yeah, we'll stay
yeah.
open as long as people are ordering food, and even midnight is a little bit wonky because like on Thursday we were open until 1:30 in the morning.
Tonight's
so-
Pride, and there's a huge thing near you, by the way. So you might want to stay open tonight.
Yeah.
Invite those gays. We're everywhere. You can't get away from us. But all right. And finally, plus we don't have kids, so we have extra money to throw your way.
Extra money
Just
for
keep
chicken
finding them under my
sandwiches.
sofa. Like,
I find if I look inside myself.
No.
Like, do you want some mac and cheese?
Yes, actually, can we work some more? Now, folks, again, the Comedy Clubhouse, there are two venues. Remember, the original is in
Cambinos.
Cambinos.
10.
Parlas català tu?
Sí.
Segurament, merci.
She's our
Okay.
Catalan representative.
Okay, em puc parlar per has d'ajudar-me, sisplau. But okay, so and Cambinos, as well as again as we've been saying throughout the hour, Via Laietana number 6, Nikki's Kitchen is also there, and Thursdays through Sundays you've got everything popping up on the two locations.
The other locations open every night.
Every night.
Every
That's
single
correct.
night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at various times. Like usually, like during the week, it's like from 7-ish it's open, and then weekends
Until question mark. Yeah.
earlier because we do stuff like all day. On the
And you
weekends.
can order food at the original as well. Technically, someone will run it down the street.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
So you can order food at the
know we were
original
doing
as
that. That's
well.
awesome.
And Lucas this summer will be running it down to the other one, okay? Now, folks, as well, there is a point also. It's not just English comedy. There's a variety of different languages of comedy as well there, and that is the beauty of this. And one more quick question from my beautiful people here. How long do you have to be here to not be considered a Guiri, in your opinion? I know Els Catalans will probably always think of us as that. But at what point? Like they say, if you've lived in New York more than 7 or 8 years, you are a New Yorker. What about here? When do we stop being Guiris?
I think once you start speaking Catalan,
I tant que sí.
then they stop.
So,
Because like I'll be like I'm a Guiri and they'll be like no,
No, pero parlas
porque
no
parlas
bé."
catalán, no.
Exactly.
And I'm like no, but look at me, I'm a Guiri.
so
Like,
do my brothers speak Catalan?
No, but I would draw the line at speaking Spanish. I would, whatever's on the other side of me is where the line is. So I'm like, I speak pretty good Spanish. Everyone else, they're fucking Guiris, you know?
James?
yeah, I think I agree with that.
Hi, Chingo.
I probably got the worst Spanish out of the three of us here, though. So, yeah, and whatever you just said, no.
Okay, carnal. Folks, okay, so we're just sharing a little bit of the joy and the deliciousness as well that you can always find in the Comedy Clubhouse, whether it's your Convisnas or in Via Laietana as well. So, folks, check out their schedules as well. Remember, you can also get on the email list, which is also at the website, so you can get those discount tickets and, you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudges. That's nothing to do with the kava coming through. We want to send you a lot of love and blessings. We'll be throwing this out as well all over Al Gore's interwebs, and we will see you there at the Comedy Clubhouse and here next Saturday as well from 11 to 1. Bye. Thanks, everybody. Oh, and by the way, Eduardo, ¿podemos tocar la India, por favor, al final? Love and happiness. Yeah, because that's what we want anyway. Folks, thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the same time and channel next week. Bye.